Hey everybody, it's Rod Giltacker from the Canadian Coalition for Firearm Rights. I've got an update video for you today. I'm going to talk as fast as I humanly can because there's so much to talk about and you don't want to sit here and listen to a 20-minute video. So let's get started right away. Last time we did an update, I looked, it was like January, end of January, it was 4 months ago. You know, I think we raised the bar so high in the beginning with me doing updates every month that was like, oh, it's been forever. I'm not sure any other firearm organization ever does video updates, but nonetheless, it was 4 months. Back then, I had a little bit more time to do that kind of stuff. Last little while, not so much. But anyway, so the update that I'm talking about today is just for 4 months of progress, so pretty cool. The other thing I looked up when I was tabulating all this information or putting it all together was we've been in full operation for 7 months. It feels like a lot longer than that, but that's what it's been. It was October 28th when I uploaded the "We're Open for Memberships" video, so kind of interesting. All right, let's get to it. What's been going on? Well, the trade show season has just passed, and the CCFR has had a booth at, get this, 17 different shows. 17 shows. And we attended, meaning walked around and handed out brochures and talked to people, raised awareness about whatever, at 2 more that I'm aware of. That's an unbelievable amount of effort and coordination and dedication and perseverance from our field officers and our volunteers and just basically the CCFR members. And the CCFR members funded all of that stuff, all of that work. So pretty cool. I didn't even know that number because I'm not involved in everything, and I was pleasantly shocked by how much work everyone else is doing, and I have the utmost respect for it. But we also had a delegation at the Conservative Party of Canada's Policy Convention. Great thanks to everybody who went out and did that. And of course, as you guys probably are fully aware, there have been some new policies adopted by the Conservative Party of Canada concerning firearm ownership, and they're completely reasonable and completely needed. So good work on that, and I know other firearm organizations had a presence there and had a lot to do with that stuff too. So thanks to everybody, whether they're CCFR members or not, for all the effort that you've put in to help every single firearm owner in Canada, whether they know it or whether they care or whether they wanted it or not, you know? So, and I think you know kind of where I'm going with that. A lot of people out there standing on the sidelines throwing rocks that do nothing to help anybody, but the effort that we put in and all of the volunteers for every firearm organization, you know, they benefit those people. So haters be damned. You guys have done a fantastic job, and thank you on behalf of a single gun owner at least, right? The CCFR now has a YouTube channel, so you're watching this video on our official channel. So please subscribe to it and please pass it around to people. Concerning the content, the reason it took so long to get a YouTube channel is you have to have content on a YouTube channel for anybody to even want to subscribe to it, right? So I've repurposed some of my own videos as CCFR videos. It was a ton of work to do that, but it's there. There's a little bit of content there, and hopefully we'll be adding more content all the time. So make sure you subscribe and pass that channel around. We also developed, again, all funded by the members of the CCFR, the dedicated members, a new website called www.gundebate.ca, and that website is a repository for all of the important information and videos and studies and documentation, all about basically a repository of the truth of the firearm file, of the firearm issue. So it's a place there's 2 reasons why that website exists. For one, it's a place that you can send people. Hey, you know what? If you think that what I'm saying is inaccurate, go to gundebate.ca, go to the documentation section. It's not there, but I'm working on it. And go download all of the StatsCan studies, and you'll see everything I'm saying is accurate. So we're using the government's own statistics, you know, as a weapon of truth. So, you know, it's funny, I heard it said by another Canadian that gun control is an intelligence test. And it truly is. So we're beating the sense into people with the government's own truth, you know. So that's one reason why that website exists. The other reason is it's a central archive for all of us, our fellow gun owners, so that there's a place for you to go to kind of learn the arguments, right? Learn the gun debate a little bit better. Also have a place to bookmark all that information so you can direct people there during your debates to make you a better representative and a better operative for the firearms community, so that you can tell people, hey, listen, don't believe what I'm saying. Go look at this number. Here's the link. You know, I'll send it to you in your email, or I'll, you know, direct message you the link, and you can go look at the study yourself. So we want all that information to be in one central place, and that will take place on gundebate.ca as well. We finally released the PSAs on YouTube video ads, Facebook, and Instagram. The PSAs if you click on the PSAs, you're directed to gundebate.ca. So it's an interlinked investment that way. Now, interesting, I've got some results for those campaigns, just to let you know. Now, these results are already more than 7 days old. I planned to do this video far before this, but anyway, just to let you know, on YouTube video ads, we had a 2-week campaign. I've halted that campaign for a week. I'm going to make some different changes to the demographics and stuff like that, because I'm learning a lot about doing this, and so is the CCFR, so we're going to get better and better at it. But nonetheless, in 2 weeks, on YouTube, we had 84,400 impressions. That means that the PSA went up on 84,000 screens. You can skip it though. We also had 14,900, so 15,000 people watch the ad from start to finish. Interesting. And then we had 60 earned views. And what earned views, which is an important number, and even though it's low, is that someone watched that ad, they went through to the website, and they watched another video. Not the ad video, another video on top of that. So, which is interesting, and that's how things sort of go viral. So even though you think, well, it's a low number, even if you cut that number in half, from 60 to 30, maybe half of those people were our own people, right, gun people. You might have had 30 people that were curious about the topic, went there, learned something, and now they're going to engage in debates on their own, in their own communities, and they might not be gun owners. So certainly for what we paid for that, which was extremely low amount of money, more than worth it. Facebook and Instagram, that campaign only ran for 7 days when I got these numbers, and we had a reach of 253,800 people. And what that means is it appeared on that many screens. But we also had video views, meaning someone watched the video from start to finish, and you guys know when it comes to Facebook, you actually have to actively, turn on the volume and watch it to get that video view, of 29,000 in 7 days. So that was really interesting. Lots of comments, but lots of people didn't comment. Well, 99% of them didn't comment, which is interesting. There was a bit of a controversy. People going, well, name one person that actually did prison. Well, no, I can't name one person that did prison, 2 years in prison for that, because that typically doesn't happen. The point, and I think some people really miss the point, but it's certainly not the majority. It's a very tiny minority that miss the point. The point is, it's like, well, look at the laws that we have on the books today. We certainly don't need any additional laws. You can go to jail for 2 years. If the Crown wants to proceed and the judge finds you guilty because maybe you're a problem politically, who knows, right? You can still go to jail for 2 years for forgetting your wallet. It's true. The law is sitting there. It's in the criminal code. So argue all you want. It's there. But I think most people got the point and at least got them curious. We also did a press release, an actual press release, which I'm not aware that other people are doing that. I could be wrong, but it's funny. Now, there's some misunderstanding of what a press release is. When you use a newswire service, that's a true press release. Not, oh, here's a press release, I put it up on my website and then I share it on Facebook. You use a newswire service which basically takes that press release and distributes it to every single journalist and news outlet in the country, right? Thousands of people get that directly put right into their mailbox or whatever their service is, so that they can report on whatever they find. That's how big news gets pushed around. And we used a news wire service for that, so pretty cool. We got an immediate reaction as well on a couple of different levels. Next thing I want to talk about real quick was I did a couple of radio interviews concerning the Surrey Gun Show and Surrey City Council not wanting to issue a permit. At the end of that whole process, they did issue a permit. It wasn't everything that we wanted, but they did issue a permit, so that was interesting. And we did a 15-minute piece for the Rebel.media with Lauren Southern, where me and Scott Carpenter from International Shooting Supplies took Lauren and a cameraman shooting. So it was a lot of fun, and it was a 15-minute video that she did. And it was their most watched video, I think, or second most watched video that month. So, the gun stuff on the Rebel is really popular. So I think if anybody from the Rebel's listening, should do more of it. You get a big audience for that kind of stuff. We really enjoyed it, and Lauren's awesome. So I want to throw that in there. She was a lot of fun. Next thing, we had our Ultimate Choice Gun Giveaway contest, which was wildly successful. Probably one of the more exciting gun contests ever. And the winner of that contest, Kevin Bork, was very pleased with all his stuff, sent us pictures, and you guys probably saw all that stuff. I called him on the phone, that was kind of fun. That contest is nothing compared to the one that's coming at the end of July, early August. This is going to be the most exciting gun contest ever. It's really cool, and I'm dying to release the details of that, but I'm not going to just yet. So we did that as well in the last 4 months. We also opened our online store, so now you can get all your CCFR swag, and of course all the funds from that go to fund everything that I just mentioned. So really good cause. So go to firearmrights.ca, click store, buy some stuff, hats, t-shirts. You know what they got? They got engraved flasks. I'm waiting for one of those. Last but not least, we have our AGM coming up in the next couple of weeks, and as promised, another first in the history of firearm advocacy in this country. We're having secure online voting for all elections and all resolutions. So every single member, as long as you got an email address, you can be part of it. You're there at the AGM. And we're streaming it live on the internet so you can be there for the entire business meeting and see all those votes and everything take place as well. As promised and delivered, just like pretty much everything else we ever said right from day one. So that's kind of a rarity, but we're happy to be the people that are doing it. We're really proud of it. So if you don't have tickets to the AGM and you can't attend, get them now, get them quick. So that's about it. That's 4 months of progress, and there's probably more stuff that I'm missing, but I don't want the video to be too long. If you're standing on the sidelines wondering whether you should get involved with the CCFR, don't stink and stand there anymore. If you're somebody that's standing there throwing rocks because you're hardcore with another association, you know what? It doesn't matter. All associations are working towards the same goal. So fine, if you're not going to join the CCFR, then step up and volunteer for the association that you're part of. Make it happen, guys. We have a 3-year fight ahead of us. And then at the end of that fight, if we're united and we're strong and we keep going, maybe we'll be able to get a government elected that will do something for firearm owners. And then once, let's say they should be elected, then we'll be a big cohesive group to hold them to account for their promises. This is what we need to do. So it's really not all about the CCFR, it's just about getting up and doing something. People like me, people like the field officers that have done all this work, the directors, which I've had the pleasure of serving with, unbelievable group of people. That's probably why the CCFR is so successful. All these people, they're going to get burned out at some point, and we need people to replace us. So step up, be part of the fight, and protect your own rights. Don't always look for other people to do it. So for all the support that we've gotten, thank you so much, and I speak for everybody in the CCFR. The overwhelming support is crazy. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the next few months, and we'll see you all at the AGM. Thanks, take care.